Hello, I'm George. This is GLLR and welcome to the channel. After I made the Dodge Ram talk video, I felt that there was a little bit more to talk about. So I had a second day of videos where I captured some more details regarding that driving experience related to the fit and finish and related to some of the subtle buttons and knobs and things that you can experience when you're driving the vehicle. So I have a part 2 that is following this segment, so stay tuned. And this is part 2 of the Dodge Ram talk video. Say from a comfort perspective, because the seats only have 2 positions, it is not quite the sweet spot. Like for instance, I have the backrest, which I could move back and forth, but lumbar support is a little bit too arch for my lower back. I think they do try to set it up in such a way that most folks will be okay. Maybe I'm just picky about it, but my lumbar support, I don't like for it to be arching too much. Just want it to be just straight. In terms of the height of the seat, that's pretty much, you get what you see. There's no way to adjust the height. And the only thing that you can do is just move the seats forward and move the back support back. So it's not going to be the best choice, and it's not my favorite. I would at least require a few more options in terms of being able to lift the seat up, and lumbar support if it didn't have a flat seat. That's the bare minimum, guys. So 2 cents there. In terms of the agility, as I move from side to side and I make turns, you wouldn't expect a vehicle this size to be very agile, but because of the turn capability and the power, it feels more agile than it should. In terms of braking capabilities, it is more than adequate. For a car this size, I would expect that it would take a little bit longer to brake. I'm not giving you any measurements of how long it takes to brake to 0 from a certain speed, but I can tell you that if you're driving at a certain speed, just, here we go, we're driving, and all of a sudden, just use the brakes to significantly slow my speed. It is everything that you would expect, everything that you would need. You're not expecting this vehicle to do much more than what's adequate for that purpose. Because this vehicle is your basic package, other than the view outside the windshield, when you have to look down at your gauges or you have to look down at your infotainment to adjust the radio station or to see what speed you're going or the RPMs in your car, there isn't anything to get excited about. The gauges are fairly dull. They're black gauges with white outline. The LCD screen in the bit in the middle that shows you your digital speedometer is like those old LCD calculator screens from the 1990s. The infotainment system is a tiny screen with just LCD buttons in it. It is touch control, but nevertheless, it doesn't really give you a whole lot to get excited about. So let's look at the tailgate over here. So the practicality of the tailgate is negated when you don't have a bed liner or a spray-in bed liner. For most pickup truck manufacturers that don't have a standard bed liner, that is a reason to take pause. Who in their right mind is going to use a pickup bed that is going to get all scratched up like this? So don't recommend this. If you're going to get it, make sure you get the option. And if And if for whatever reason that they come standard without the bed liner, make sure you get one, because you're going to need it. If you're going to be hauling things in there, they're all going to get scratched up. And besides, it looks a lot better when it has that protection on it. So all in all, I recommend the truck, but I would make these modifications based in terms of the options for the infotainment system, the bed liners, some of the accessories that we have inside, but at least the engine, the steering, and the transmission is sound. My name is George. This is GLLR, and as always, drive safe.